Man, I'm so glad that we done with you. 2020, I hate you. It's been nothing but death and disease and drama. Let me tell y'all about 2020. When 2020 first started, I had high hopes. I ended 2019 with a bang. I was ready to pick up where I left off. I just knew it was gonna be dope. As the clock struck 12, I could already tell something was different. Little did we know, 2020 would be like the survival of the fittest. Straight off the bat, my whole world would be rocked. And January hit us so hard that the whole world was shocked. By the 26th, the news hit that Kobe and his daughter Gigi was dead. Damn, I remember that Sunday like it was yesterday. I was just shaking my head. And it was a shame that the news reported that he died before his family was notified. 7 others died in the same plane crash, a total of 9. Not one survived. Oh, and peace to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. My condolences. That was the same month that his father, the legendary wrestler Rocky Johnson, died. WWF. By February, I had left the Shy to get away for the Queen's birthday. We traveled to Fort Myers to celebrate. At the same time, we started hearing about the first coronavirus case. It would also kick off a year of rap violence. The rapper Pop Smoke was taken out. He was murdered by home invasion. Dudes got him inside of his own house. By the beginning of March, we have received some good news. My wife was chosen as the new UPS Community Service Ambassador. Congratulations, This was a worldwide recognition. We had a paid trip to Atlanta to officially announce her new position. I was looking forward to that. The first weekend in March, we celebrated my wife's 49th. It was so lit. We partied at Club VIP all night. We got it in. Little did we know that by that time the virus had hit. A week later, the trip to ATL was canceled, along with all flights. Man, not to mention my retirement fund. And the money I saved was damn near wiped away. The stock market crashed. I lost damn near $15,000 in just 10 days. And in other celebrity news, this was the same month we lost the legendary Curly Neal of the Globetrotters. And just a few days apart, we lost the legendary country western singer, Kenny Rogers. Times were hard. And over 22 million people lost their jobs. Not to mention that on March 13th, Breonna Taylor got shot in her home by the police while in bed in a deep sleep. Come on, April. Not only is April my birth month, but April is National Poetry Month. So I was looking forward to getting it crunk. I had my 28th album due to be released on my birthday. Hindsight. Saturday, April 18th. And it was going to be live at the Beverly Arts Center at the 10-year anniversary for the Kings and Queens. But because of COVID-19, needless to say, the whole month of April was canceled. What y'all doing? Damn. Let's see what's going to happen in May. May would be a volatile month. It would place America on a difficult road. With the murders of Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, the Black Lives Matter movement would explode. On another note, I was ready to take my whole high school class to Jamaica for our Dirty 30 and celebrate my 2-year anniversary. The nerve of me. I put this whole thing together like surgery. It was something I personally handled. This experience was going to be the best. Until I got the email from Southwest saying all flights were canceled. At the same time, racism was alive, well kicking and engraved in some people's hearts. Here goes another white woman accusing an innocent black man of attacking her. This time it was caught on videotape in Central Park. Did y'all see this same racist white chick eventually lost their job. That's what you get. God knows we needed a break. I didn't know how much more we could take. And to make things worse, the king of rock and roll, Little Richard, was taken away. Which led me to say, to hell with you, man. By June, the news broke that in ATL, the police took the life of Rashad Brooks in the Wendy's parking lot. Shot him dead in a drive-thru, not too far from his own parking spot. And all throughout 2020, we kept hearing about unarmed black men being killed by 12. But the devil is a liar. Sure is. Protests would break out, and they set that same Wendy's on fire. At the same time, COVID-19 continued to spread, grow and thrive. And before we could even get to July, the great civil rights leader and congressman John Lewis died, along with countless of others in the Chi who died too soon. I hope I never see you again. I hate you, June. And in the Chi, it was hotter than July. July would see one of the worst murder rates in recent times. In July 2019, the murder rate was 44, but in July 2020, it had jumped to 105. And that's a 75% increase. And it would be the spark to lead poet activist Black Ice to start doing marches for peace. We were fighting 3 different enemies: the coronavirus, Chicago gun violence, and systemic racism from rogue police. I think we were all exhausted. But right around the corner was August. What's gonna happen next? By the time August hit, I was like, oh shit. Chicago rapper FBG Duck was in a public beef. The dudes he was into it with caught him on the Meg Mile on a shopping spree. Laid him dead out in the street. They displayed his body on national news. Y'all scared them white folks? Where the whole world could see. For God's sake, how much more could we take? Then we heard of another cop who let off 7 shots in the back of Jacob Blaq. And by the end of August, how many more? We were like, what could happen next? It seemed as if 2020, no one had the answers. And it caught the world off guard when we heard about the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, dies of colon cancer, and he was only 43. I damn near lost him. I hate you all. 2020 September will be a month to remember. Although the weather was getting cooler, it was still hot in the Chi. And the month would be capped off with over 81 homicides. Our people have been so manipulated, we keep falling into the same traps. And not since the 1990s has Chicago seen a homicide record like that. This would also be the month Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. Rest in peace. She was a judicial legend based off of sheer merit. But before she was even good in the grave, Trump replaced her with Amy Coney Barrett. And in October, we saw a few debates in the presidential race. And over 1 million more people reported with COVID-19 cases. Man, y'all be careful. Breakout after breakout. Until we start hearing about COVID cases in the White House. The COVID death toll would explode like a bomb. And before October was over, we lost the big guy himself, Nico, poets owe a debt to you, and Sean Connery, James Bond. November will mark the end of the craziest election we've ever seen. This would be the beginning of the end for President Trump and his whole team. But it didn't stop there. Trump refused to accept defeat, and he vowed that he would never give up his presidential seat. Challenge after challenge, he just wasn't getting it. He kept saying the election was rigged, and despite everything he did, now he can say that he's a one-term president. The election kinda shifted our whole focus. But I was reminded of the pandemic real quick when I caught COVID. Going into December, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were the victors in the presidential contest. And Kamala would make history on 2 fronts. Not only was she the first female, but the first Black vice president-elect. Congratulations, Queen. By year's end, we had lost so many family members and friends, but the year couldn't end before it took rapper King Von and actor Tiny Debo Lister. And for 500, I'll give you one more guess. We lost the host of a hit quiz TV show, and the answer is who is Alex Trebek. This has been my year in review, which leads me to say 2020, I hate you.